answered a question and became the president of the United States. The question was, two dogs are fighting. How many dogs are there in total? Jack thought it couldn't be two dogs. Instantly, the people present gave him astonished looks because he was the first person to answer the question correctly in nearly 100 years. Originally, in the future world, smart people only want to work and don't want to have children, while not so smart people either live idly or have children every day. As time goes by, the intelligence quotient of the next generation is getting lower and lower. In order to preserve some high IQ genes, the government decided to conduct a cryogenic hibernation experiment on the seemingly genius Jack and Mary. The experiment was originally expected to end in 5 years, but unexpectedly, the government was taken over by rebels the next day. Since this was a secret experiment, all the people who knew about this experiment were arrested, and soon the experimental base was demolished, and the experimental cabin was also forgotten in the garbage dump. In the blink of an eye, 500 years have passed. The population is growing rapidly, but the IQ is decreasing year by year, and people are so stupid that they don't even know how to clean up the garbage. One day, a garbage truck was working as usual. Unexpectedly, the fall of a can made the garbage mountain collapse instantly, rushing towards the city like a tsunami. Jack's experimental cabin was also washed to Tom's house, and the cabin door was accidentally opened. Tom was watching a variety show at that time, but he was disturbed by Jack, who suddenly appeared in his house, and he angrily threw Jack out. Jack felt puzzled. He was going to ask passersby for help, but these people seemed to have a bad temper and were ready to attack Jack at any time. He turned around and found a hospital behind him. Although the hospital sign was crooked, Jack didn't care. He decided to go and have a physical examination first. After arriving at the registration window, no matter what Jack said, the nurse just stared at Jack blankly. He excluded hand pain, foot pain, and headache in turn, and finally directly pressed the question mark button. Then Jack came to the physical examination department. According to the doctor's instructions, he put this one in his mouth, this one in his ear, and the last one in his butt. Just as Jack had finished inserting them, the doctor suddenly found that he had made a mistake and quickly rearranged the order for Jack. Come on, let's insert them again. Jack was stunned. After the physical examination was over, Jack quickly ran to the bathroom to rinse his mouth, but the mouthwash here turned out to be all beverages. He quickly asked a passerby where to find water, but the other person said that water is now only used to flush the toilet. When Jack came to the consultation room, he found that the time on the newspaper was actually 500 years later. Wasn't the experiment supposed to last only 5 years? Jack looked out of the window again and found that the huge dilapidated building was reinforced with ropes, and even if the viaduct was broken, the driver was still speeding on it. He decided to go outside to find something to eat. At the vending machine, the machine recognized that Jack didn't have an identity code. In the next second, the police appeared and directly took Jack to the court for an overnight trial. The judge saw that Jack was a poor man and arranged a lawyer for him for free. Unexpectedly, this lawyer was Tom, who threw Jack out of the room. And Tom not only didn't defend Jack, but also accused Jack of breaking into a private house and directly sent Jack to prison.